Alright, welcome back my people. So today I'm going to tell you guys all that you need, how much it will cost you in total to start a mobile detailing business in this day and age. Alright, so anywhere you are in the world, we are in Jamaica, however, anywhere you are, this will work because we purchase most of our stuff from Amazon, eBay, and few stuff from Shein, but most of our stuff is from Amazon. So we're going to show you how much it will cost you to start a mobile detailing business. So come with me, let me show you our first product for today. One of the most important things you're going to need, you're going to definitely need a generator. Alright, so come let me show you the generator we use. So right here we have a pulsar generator. This is 2300 watt peak, 1800 rated. Alright, so from the day I've started my mobile detailing business until today, I've been using this generator. I've never serviced it. The only thing I do is change the oil. Alright, so I do have a bigger generator on the way. Should be able to get it by tomorrow. However, for now, this is all I've been using and it definitely get the job done. However, for someone who is just starting out, one thing I can tell you, this won't run more than one machine at a time. So say for example you have your vacuum running, you won't be able to run the steamer along with it. If you have your steamer running, you won't be able to use your power hose with it at the same time. You only can use one equipment at a time with it. Very efficient. Once you pull and ready, it's ready to work. Alright, every single time for me. Alright, so currently on Amazon you can get one of these for like $400 US. Alright, so $400 US, that's equivalent to 400 times 160, you're looking at $64,000, and then you're going to pay to clear it. You're probably going to pay about $15,000 for the weight, depending on which shipping company you use. That's what, 78, that's $80,000, and then say you pay $20,000 or $30,000 for duty, you're looking at $100,000, $110,000 should get you one of these in total if you're in Jamaica. If you're in the United States, then obviously just the $400 and it gets you one of these. Next up, we're going to show you our next most important item. Alright, this is our rigid vacuum. Alright, so this is it right here. I have this from I started my business until now. It works, words can't explain. No issues, zero issues, very powerful. So it's a 4-gallon vacuum. Alright, it says 5 peak horsepower. The cost for this is $129 on Amazon currently. Alright, so $129 times 160. I did not put any Amazon tax. Alright, so you're looking at $20,640. Alright, and then you're going to probably pay, depending on if you get charged duty or not, probably another $15,000 or another $20,000 weight plus duty. So we can spread this off Jamaican dollars at $40,000. Alright, so the generator and this you're looking at $150,000 right here. Alright, in US terms $400 and $129. So we're looking at $529, sorry, total USD for the vacuum and the generator. They will do one that if you're just starting out your mobile detailing business, there is no other brand to go to than the rigid. It's cost effective, it will last you long, you won't have no issue. I'm not even changing it. It's just perfect and it's amazing for the job. Alright. Alright, so next up, I'm going to talk about our water tanks that we use. Alright, so first, let me tell you, if you're just starting out with mobile detailing, most of your customers you're going to be going to their home, and most time they're going to offer you their water. So if you can't afford a water tank, don't let that demotivate you from starting your own mobile detailing business. However, it's good to have everything at hand for yourself. Alright, so at first when I started out with an underfit. I never had this van. I started out with an underfit, and I basically had one tank. It was a 25-gallon tank. Yes, you heard me right. A 25-gallon tank that I bought from Amazon. Little bit of water, but it definitely get the job done once you know what you're doing. Alright, so let me show you the tank. So this right here, 25-gallon max. This is the tank that I started out with. So you're going to get this on Amazon for about $85. You know, so $85 US, you're looking at what, how much money is that? That's about 14,000, probably thereabout, right? Yeah, about $15,000. Alright, so this will only cost you about $15,000. After clearance, probably you're going to pay about another $6,000-$7,000 to clear it. So you're looking at probably you can say $20,000 or $20,000 to $25,000 they give you one of these. It will, in case you're wondering how much vehicle will this complete. I would say if you're very efficient with your water, this can complete 2 vehicles. However, if it's a very dirty vehicle and you're doing a full detail, it will probably only do 1. Alright? So it wasn't the best, but when I was starting out, this is what I used. I used this tank for probably about 5 months or about 6 months, and then I upgraded to this one. So this one is a 40-gallon tank. not much larger. However, this was way better for me, because when you think about the fact that I started out with a 25 gallon tank, it was a lot more breathing space for me when time I could upgrade it to this. And yes, this 40 gallon tank also fit inside my underfoot. Alright, so if you have a small vehicle like a Pro Box, it 100% it can hold any one of these, probably both of them, who knows. But yes, it will definitely hold at least one. Alright, so this will cost you, I purchased this for about $105 if I'm remembering correctly online. So you're looking at probably $16,000, and then after clearance, we're looking at the same range, probably $20,000 to $25,000 to clear it, depending on if you get charged custom duties or not. All right, so these are at the moment I have a van, as you can see, and I use both of them. All right, so I use the 40 gallon plus the 25 gallon. That gives me a total of 65 gallon, and it's more than enough for me. All right, I don't know, maybe for you, depending on what you're doing, it might not be, but for me, this definitely take care of my job. All right, so next up, I'm going to tell you about your buckets. All right, so right here, I have 3 buckets from Home Depot. All right, so you can get these from Walmart, or you can get these from eBay also. I think like $15 get all 3 of them. They're light, so it won't cost you a lot to ship them in, and $15, that's like $3,000, and then, you know, consider shipping costs. You're looking at probably $5,000 will get you these 3 buckets right here. All right, so, you know, moving on to our next item, you really have to have it. That's the pressure washer. What brand do I use? I use the Ryobi pressure washer. It's one of the best. All right, so when I was starting out, I started out with a 1600 psi Ryobi pressure washer. I think I paid probably like $130 for it. So that's like how much? You guys are smart, I'm sure you guys can do the maths. $130, how much are we looking at? Yeah, probably about $22,000 Jamaican, and then, you know, after clearance and all of that, probably about 30,000 or a little bit more, probably 35,000, depending on custom duties, will get you the Ryobi. However, at the moment, it's still working. However, it had a little issues, so I had purchased another one. I purchased a 1800 psi one, so I'm going to show you it right here. So this is it that we have right here, the Ryobi. It's a 1800 psi. Cost for this is, it's around the same price as the 1600 one. So the cost for it is about $130. So you're looking at about $25,000 for the pressure washer. In terms of durability, I haven't really tried another brand, but the one that I started out with, it carried me for about 7 months or about 8 months, and then I had a little issue. It wasn't perfect, but it still can get the job done, all right? But I changed out to this one. So I don't know how long this one will carry me. It's going for probably about 4 months now or thereabout, and it has been going good. Alright, my people, so basically I was recording and the mic battery died. I didn't realize because the mic was not fully charged, and yeah, I didn't know, so I basically have to voice over the rest of the video, but I'm going to continue it for you guys. So right now what I'm pulling out is a Overflex kink resistance pressure washer hose, 50 feet. Alright, so the cost for this is $50 US, so you're talking about probably $9,000, and then consider weight to clear it, you're probably looking at $15,000. So as is a very strong hose, it won't kink and stop water flow while you're using it. I've had it since I've started out my mobile detailing business, and it has been going strong, no issues. I had actually added quick release to the weight, and we're good to go. One end is connected to the power hose, and the other end is connected to the gun that I have right here. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about basically the gun at the end. So it's a Macmillan gun. When you purchase a pressure washer, you'll get a tall gun with it. Alright, you'll most likely see those guns you've been used at car wash, but I don't use those guns, and no one in the car detailing industry really use them because they are very, you know, they're very difficult to use. If you're starting, it's always recommended to purchase one of these short angle guns or trigger, whatever you want to call it, so you have more flexibility while doing the work. Alright, you don't need it. You will get one of the tall guns with the pressure washer, but it's always recommended to get one of these. It's a Macmillan. I'm going to show you the brand right here if the camera will pick it up, but it's a Macmillan. Alright, so now I'm going to tell you guys about the hose that I use. Alright, so that lime green hose that you're seeing behind me, I'm going to show you guys what it is. So it's a Flexzilla garden hose, one of the best in the detailing world. Most of the stuff that I have, I did all the necessary research and go ahead and purchase them. Alright, so I've had these stuff basically from I've started until now. Super durable, they're easy to work with, and they get the job done properly. So I have a 25 feet that I use to connect that to any pipe, and then put that to the tank to fill up my water. And I also have 10 feet that I use on the tanks to, you know, do any little small full up, and also one that leads to the power wash. All right, so for a 25 feet it's $28 US, so thereabout you're looking at probably 4 or 5 somewhere there. And for the 10 feet one you're looking at $16.94. That this is one of the 10 feet one that I'm showing you right here. You're looking at like, it's basically $17. All right, so that's probably like what, probably $2,500 or $3,000, and then consider the weight to clear, probably like $4,000 for each of them that we have right here. And then the 25 feet you're looking at $30, 4, 5 grand, 6 grand somewhere there, and then probably about $3,000 to clear, because it does have a little weight. So you're looking at a total of, let me do the maths quick right here. So $30, we said that would amount to about 5,000, and then about 2,000 to clear it, or 3,000, so about $8,000, $9,000 for the 25 feet, and about $4,000 for the 10 feet. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys about the extension that I use. So the extension that I use, it's a very durable extension. The name of it on Amazon is Iron Forge Cable, 25 feet. It's super durable. It also has a little thing at the end that it has a light inside. Once electricity is active inside the wires, the light will come on. Alright, so super durable, however it's very heavy. So the cost for this is $37 on Amazon. So you're looking at what? Probably $7,000 thereabout, should be. Probably 6 something. And then probably about $3,000 again to clear it, so probably about $10,000. Now guys, I'm giving you game right here. You guys need to like and subscribe, because I'm giving you game right here. This is a gold class soap from Maguire. Alright, so this is the main soap that I use inside my detailing business. Alright, so I use it for everything. We use it for foam, we use it for do regular wash, we use it for all type of stuff. It does get better than the gold class. So the cost for this is only $10 on Amazon. Alright, however it does as weight, because obviously it's a liquid type of product. So it has weight. Normally when I buy them in trees, it will weigh like probably like 10 pounds. So for 3 of them, that would be $30. You're looking at about $6,000, and then with the weight, that's probably another $5,000. You're looking at about $10,000 for all 3 of them. All right, so you know it will cost you a bit, but it's very good. All right, so in case you guys wondering why I use all my products from overseas, so here's the thing: when I was starting out to do my detailing business, a lot of persons that is already doing detailing in the country, they don't really share information. They don't share what they use. We don't know. Some of them say that they have secret products, secret this, secret that. For me, I think it's better to show the customer what I've used, so that it's something that is tested and proven in the industry that I'm using, and that is high quality. I think that gains more trust rather than telling someone that I use a secret product that no one knows about. We don't know what you mix up to make that product. Alright, so if there's anyone out there that makes proper soap for detailing, then you guys can reach out to me and then we can speak something. But for now, I love the gold class. We do use other soaps to do other stuff. So if I'm going to do a ceramic coated job, we have a higher concentrated soap that we use. And also if it's a vehicle that's already coated, we also have a soap that is best for ceramic coated vehicles. However, for my everyday detailing job, the gold class, that's what I use from Maguire's. It's absolutely the best in terms of price, value, everything. Is just that unfortunately, because I am in Jamaica, I have to pay a bit more for the weight. So all in all, the gold class, for 3 of them, this will cost you roughly $10,000. Alright, so now we're moving on to the foam bottle that we use. So I've recently purchased this bottle. The bottle that I have been using since I've started, it's actually carried me a very long time. It's only $26 on Amazon. I don't remember the brand. However, I've recently purchased this one. This one is Astro AI foam cannon. So once you put your soap, you know, you have your ratio. It will most likely be on the soap bottle. You have your ratio. So this will cost you $25. Alright, so $25, you're looking at about what? Probably 4 or 5, and then it's a £1 item. Probably about 5,500 will be the total for that. Alright, so next up I have another super product. This is super clean. I love this just as much as I love the gold class. Like, people, I'm giving you game right here. I'm literally telling you everything that I use in my detailing business. You have no excuse to go and start your own business. I'm showing you everything that you need to start your detailing business right here. So this is a super clean. You can get this on eBay or Walmart for $15. However, obviously it's liquid, so it will have weight. Alright, but I can tell you this is super safe. The ratio is on the back for safety. It's safe on all materials inside any type of vehicle once you use the proper ratio.
All right, so I use this to do everything. I use this to do seed shampooing. I use it to wipe down surfaces. I basically use it for everything. It's a super great product. In Jamaica, there's a popular product called I think it's Purple Blast. I've never used that product before. I can tell you that this is just one of the best. I absolutely love it. Value versus price. It just doesn't get better than that. Again, unfortunately, because I'm in Jamaica, I have to still pay a lot for weight. But you know, I would rather be having satisfied customers and paying more rather than going cheap and then my customers are unsatisfied. Alright, so this is super clean. If you are a DIY person who want to clean up your vehicle at home, you purchase a bottle of this, you can't go wrong. Super safe. Alright. Guys, so we're up on a roll right now, like no cap, like everybody must know about one of these. At least 70% of Jamaica population know these. I get these from Price Mart. They are super great microfiber towels. It doesn't even make sense to even consider anything overseas. Alright, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't get better than these. You get a pack of these from Price Mart for $3,000 roughly. It's a little bit more, I think, probably 3,000 and some change tax, something like that. But this, you get 36 microfiber towel, super high quality. It's just amazing to do, you know, anything that you want to do with it. It will get the job done. All right, they are super amazing towels. Yeah, so I use about probably 2 packs per month, or probably 1 pack per month. Because yes, guys, obviously this is not a car wash. We don't use a black, brown, you know, ragway crusty and a scrape up vehicle. We use a soft mice rag, and once the rag use a few times, we have to throw it out and we have to get some new pack of rags. Alright, so almost every month you'll catch me at Price Smart purchasing some of these rags. Are amazing. This is actually the only product I think that I purchase in Jamaica. Everything else is overseas, but this I get them from Price Smart. There's a Price Smart in Portmore and there's one in Kingston Red Hills. I'm not sure if there's anywhere else. No, we're talking about the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions High Perform Wheel and Tire Cleaner. So this, it's super amazing, it's super powerful. If you have your wheels and you see the tires are brown, like spray on this and it gets the job done. This is something that I also love. I mean, obviously I love 90% of what I use. That's the reason why I use it. These are also super affordable, so you get one of these for like $12. However, I purchased them in threes. For 3 of them you get them for like $25.99. So with that you're looking at 4 or 5, I think. Alright, let me do the maths and stop doing those estimated things. Alright, so 25.99 times 160, we're looking at $4,158. Alright, plus you're going to pay about $2,000 to clear them, so you're looking at $6,000, get you 3 of these. Alright, so $2,000 for one. Alright, so they do a good job in the detailing industry. Product name Brake Buster is very popular. However, for me, this is way better. Alright, this does way more. I have a Brake Busters that I don't use anymore. It just doesn't do as good of a job. Alright, so you can get these on Amazon for, as I said, $6,000 for 6 of them, including what the shipping company will charge you. Alright, so now we're off to another super important product. Alright, so this that I'm going to show you now, when I just started out, I could not afford one, so I never had one. However, it's very important. It's the first thing I had to save and buy after I did a few vehicles and I had a little money saved up. Then this was one of the first things that I went ahead and purchased. So what am I talking about? I am talking about a Ragnar steamer. This is it right here. So there obviously are some other brands on the market. However, this is the one that I use. Alright, it does a good job. The cost for it, you're going to look on about $130 thereabout. That's what you would pay for it. So, well, I'm actually seeing it right now on Amazon for $99. So I guess it's probably being discounted or something like that. But $99 times 160 is $15,000, $15,840. All right, added to want to add about $2,000 for shipping fee. That would give you a total of $17,800. So say $18,000 will get you one of these. All right, you will definitely need one. Once you're doing the detailing, you need one of these, else you're going to be behind. Trust me, everyone in your field as a steamer. A lot of customers want to get their vehicle steam cleaned, and you just have to have a steamer. All right, so if you can't afford one of the first thing that you should purchase is a steamer. I would recommend starting out your business with one. Alright, so you guys remember at the beginning of the video I told you guys that there's a few stuff that I purchased from Shein. Stuff like this is what I purchased from Shein. Alright, so at first started out, I purchased a very expensive, the same brush for a lot of money for about $25 from Amazon. after doing the work, I realized that it's the same thing as the cheaper products in Shein. Literally the same thing. So I didn't purchase any more from Amazon. I purchased these brush from Shein. One of them will probably cost you about $5 or $10. Alright, when you're doing your vacuum, you need stuff like this. You need delicate brushes like this to brush dust from here. So you cannot use a vacuum brush inside versus expensive vehicle. Something like this is good to start out with. Next up, we have the extended wash mitt. So this is if you're doing like large SUVs, you know, it can be extended, as you can see I'm doing there, and then you can properly clean the top surface of whichever vehicle that you're doing. Alright, so this is also a Shein item. Stuff like this you don't necessarily need to purchase from Amazon. It's just, you're just spending more money and you're literally getting the same thing, because most of these type of stuff, they're Chinese sellers or they're persons that purchase them from China and then reselling them on Amazon. Alright, so you know, based on my experience and the wash mitt, they are the same quality, same everything, and they don't leave any scratch or swirl marks. Alright, so you can purchase these for less money from Shein. Now that tariff has changed, I don't know how that will go in the future, but for now you can get something like this for $10 on Shein or probably less. Alright, and it can also be changed. Once it's dirty, you can change it and you can apply, you can replace it with a new one, or you can wash the one that's currently there and reuse it. This is an extended brush underneath those areas. It's a Shein item also, probably $10, probably less, don't recall, but this type of stuff, it's a brush. If you purchase a brush from Shein or you purchase it from Amazon, you're getting the same brush. These are the same thing, you go get it between the rims and all of that. You don't need to spend a lot of money for stuff like this on Amazon. You can get them from Shein for a little bit of money. I'm searching for other stuff to show you. So this is a brush that we use to wash like the tire surface of the wheels, also from Shein. There are some of them that I purchased from Amazon. However, most of these type of stuff I will purchase it from Shein, because you're literally getting the same thing. Again, it's the same thing you get. Most of them is purchased in China and then being resold on Amazon just the same. Alright, so what I'm getting now is a wash mitt. So this, when I just started out, I purchased some expensive one from Amazon. After I purchased these from Shein just to test the quality, and the quality was the same. So again, I purchased these from Shein. These are called wash mitt, guys. If you're at home and you want to clean your vehicle, if it's brand new and you don't want to leave any scratch or any swirl marks, these are what you use. They're called wash mitts. You don't use rag to clean your vehicle. Rag has less thickness to absorb dirt, and as a result, those same dirt and stone that's inside the rag will leave scratches on your vehicle. Use a wash mitt and you should be good. Alright, you can get these on Shein for probably like $10 for 3. Alright, so guys, remember what I was telling you is stuff that you need to start out. So I'm going to show you some stuff that we have now that you don't need to start out, but they will do a great deal for you inside your business. Alright, they will definitely you'll definitely need these after time, after you have enough money, and you can do it, or if you have the money to do it while you're starting off, even better. Alright, but I'm not going to show you the price. If you like to know the cost for these stuff, then you can tell me in the comment and I'll make another video with the cost of everything that I have inside my van. Alright, but for now you don't need these to start up, but I'm going to still show you just so you have an idea everything that I go out with each day. Alright, so this right here is a rigid compressor. Alright, this is a rigid compressor. What you use for, you connect the ear hose to it. This is a 50 feet ear hose reel, and then you connect something that is called a tornado to it, and you can use that to blow between the areas. So your vacuum won't be able to get in certain crevices and corners of the vehicle. So this is what you use. It builds up the air and then it blows it out at a certain PSI, and get rid of the dirt from certain corners and areas of your vehicle. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys, this is a tent. This is a 12 by 12 tent. Some detailers also use a 10 by 10. The cost for this is $100 and something. I don't know exactly, I don't remember exactly, but as I said, you don't need this to start out. We use this if you're going to do a ceramic coated job, or if you're going to do a full detail and it's going to take all day and the sun is up. This that we have here is a ladder. So this is good for SUVs, very big SUVs that we can't reach on top, you know. Obviously, you climb on it and you'll be able to reach the top of the vehicle. Alright, it makes your life a lot easier. But when I started out, all I did was turn one of my buckets upside down and I used that. Alright, so you guys don't need something like this to start out. I'm going to show you some more stuff on the other side that I have, but it's not something that you need. Alright, so these, I recently purchased these from Amazon, so I have a few stuff inside. Alright, so inside of this I have I have some new drying towel. I have some dental swab. This is to get between the AC vents and all of that. I have them properly clean. I have air fresheners. I have some spray wash ceramic coating application, and you know, I also have some spare wash mitt there, some tire shine applicator. You know, I just have some spare stuff right there inside that bucket that I have right there. So in this bottom one, I have most of my polishing pads. Now after doing this voiceover, I remember that I didn't show you guys any of my polishers, so you know, I'll show you guys that in another video. This brush is what I use to clean leathers. All right, so it's pretty much safe, and it's a good brush to do all the leather cleaning. So this is a table. Obviously you don't need this to start out, but this is what we use to put the customer mat. If you're doing ceramic coating job, this is the table that we use to put all the products on, you know, just to let our life a bit more easy, and also to you know, create a bit of professionalism. All right, so it's definitely good to have. However, it's not something that you need to start out in your business. All right, however, this table is super good, super nice, and it's awesome to have. So after you guys grab it, it's good to get one of these tables. Alright, so next up, this is our wall drill. So we mostly use this when we're doing seat shampooing. Alright, so we use that to drill the seat, you know, have them clean in a timely manner rather than to use your hand and to scrub. Alright, obviously you don't need to buy this brand. There's a lot other cheaper drills out there. However, wall will obviously give you buck for your money. You won't worry about endurance. This will carry you I don't know, let's see, it's working just fine, and it's been going for some time now. And we all know DeWalt is a staple in this world. All right, so DeWalt don't need much selling. They don't need to sell much for them. All right, so now this is a drying towel. You need something like this. This is absolutely one of the main reasons how you get streak for your finish when you finish drying the vehicle. So you don't get no watermarks, you don't leave no water stains, none of that on the customer's vehicle. You get one of these, you don't need more than one. Alright, the cost for this is $15. Alright, so you're looking at probably $2,500 and then probably about $1,000. I think it will weigh more than a pound. Probably about $1,500 to clear it, so probably about $4,000 one of these will run you. They absorb a lot of water, and these can definitely carry you throughout a complete day. I mean, only one when you're starting out. Alright, so for me, this is a must-have. As simple as you see it, it's a must-have. You need to have a proper, safe drying towel that won't leave any streak when you're finished drying the vehicle, and it also speeds up the work. Alright, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you guys some paper mats. So you can get these from Amazon. Again, you can get them from Shein. You can get them from wherever. They're all the same thing. They're all coming from the same place. They're all coming from China. Yes, I know it's just paper, but they're still coming from China. All right, all of them is coming from China. You can purchase them anywhere of your choice, anywhere where you get them cheaper. That's strictly up to you. So last but not least, how can I forget? These are some Maguire compound and Maguire polisher. These are staple in the industry. Most persons would be familiar with these. So if you're doing polishing job, these are what we use. We also have another product that we use, a 3D product for one step. But for main polishing jobs, these are what we use. Alright, especially for two-step polishing. If you have stayed with me this long, you know, obviously I appreciate it. I hope you guys like, share the video. If you'd like to see something else, you know, you can let me know in the comments something that you'd like me to video. Basically, yeah, that's it. So this is a full run through. I don't think I covered everything. The video was getting a bit long, but I covered most of the stuff that I have and most of the stuff that you would need to start a mobile detailing business. Alright, so I'm going to add up the total, put it on the screen so you guys can see exactly how much it will cost you to start a mobile detailing business. Alright, so thanks for watching and see you guys next time.